The time is 9:30 a.m. The date today is the 31st of December 2020. The 31st of the 12th 2020. The day is Thursday. If the soul is born to a male, yao, to a female, ya or ya, soul's characteristics, confrontational and aggressive. My name is Kojo. It means I was born on a Monday. Soul's characteristics: the peaceful, calm seed, the peaceful, calm child. Choreography and music direction. Choir master. One of my fondest memories as a kid was actually a brief moment, a very brief moment. But I can't forget it because of the fans I got. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the fans I got. You understand what I'm saying? So, what was it? I was in school, Prince of Peace Academy, and our class, it was music, and we all had to, obviously, music time, we sing, we do whatever. But our teacher walked out for a minute, and I started singing a song, and the whole class started singing along with me. But because it was music lesson and the teacher had walked out, and even though we were making noise, we were doing the music lesson. So the teacher didn't bother to come back to say stop. But I was leading the song, which in Ghana they call the lead jama, the person leading the song. And something just made me get up and walk to the front, face the class. And I started like a choir master with my fingers and doing this and doing that. And because of the way the song is designed, I forgot which song it was, but Jama songs are mad like that. Because one starts, I start, the lead, I start. And whatever I say, they repeat. So I have enough time to direct you to do something because you have to follow my lead. Listen, this song kept going, and I'm directing, and I could see my class would listen, not knowing that other classes were listening and jamming. So our teacher, instead of rushing back in, slowly creeps back in. But then the class, people right at the door, they notice him first. So to me, as the choir master, because I'm stood at the front and I'm so close to them that he's behind me, I didn't notice. But what made me notice was when I directed the people closer to the door, facing the door, and they didn't respond. And then the noise went down. Yeah? And then I heard, carry on, the teacher, carry on. So then we kept going. Listen. We had fun. But get this. When the teacher stopped it, he went, well done, friend. That was really good. You controlled everyone. You knew who, because that was my class. In Ghana, you practically stick with the people in your class for maths, for science. It's not like England where I might see you for maths, but see John for this, and then see this for that. We get mixed. But in Ghana back then, the people in your class are the people in your class, unless if they were too dumb to move forward ahead of you. Do you see what I mean? So get this, I knew my class and I knew who the lead singers were and this, that. So we went in. The teacher went, well done. And that was about the best, fondest memory I had of education ever. Because it was the first time I got 100%. It was the first time I got perfect. And at the same time, I was doing it at my will. I wasn't following curriculum, but I was still scoring. we're going to direct music, and I'm going to choreograph it. But I'm going to tell you how we're going to do it. The whole system is going to be called 14 bars. 14 bars. And I'm going to explain how spiritual 14 bars resonate. And we're going to conduct to 14 bars. Now let me explain how 14 bars is derived. You think that in this life, that if I asked you what is the population of Earth, you're going to turn around and say, if you count every country together, then the population of Earth is, let's say 10 billion. Let's say 10 billion. Well, I'm saying wrong. Physical counting may be 10 billion, but it's never accurate anyway. But let me give you an accurate figure of what the real population of Earth is. You see, there are 7 days in a week. However many people there are on Earth, everyone is born with a variation of one of those days. It means technically, everyone is born in 7 days. So, there are 7 of us, split into 2 categories, male and female. So 7 times 2, 14. Now we have to identify who we are to make this work. We have 7 males. According to Hebrew Iconology T993, we have 7 females. According to Hebrew Iconology T993. According to science, because we have 7 days. And every female is born in one of those variations, and every male is born in one of those variations. So everyone, there are people who are all one, because they're all Monday borns, Tuesday borns, Thursday borns. They share one soul. So altogether, there are 7 souls split into 2. The same soul, but it depends which vessel it goes into. So 14 bars. Male and female. So this is how we're going to create it. We have male and female, male and female, male and female, 7 times. So I'm going to go through the days of the week and their names. Identify yourself, and then I'll tell you your position. The week for Hebrew Iconology T993 starts on Sunday, just like the Bible, just like the Quran, just like, not the Quran, just like the Egyptians, just like, I believe the Quran does start. Yeah, I believe that. Just like Egyptians, just like Greeks, just like Freemasons. The week begins on Sunday and ends on Saturday, the Sabbath. So we're going to start on Sunday. Male, Kwesiada, Kwesiada Sunday. Male, Kwesi. Female, Akosua. Soul's characteristics: born leader, guide, and protector. Because the first one that came was the sun. The sun's day. The sun provided light and separated darkness, allowing you to see, providing leadership. You put the torch ahead of you, not behind you. The sun is ahead of you, not behind you. That way, you see where you're going. And a protector. Kwesi and Akosua. We get the best males, the best females out of you. Monday, male, female, male, female. Kojo, Ajoa, Kojo, Adoa. Calm, peaceful seed. Calm, peaceful child. We get the best out of you. We get the best out of you, male and female. We always get equal numbers. Equal numbers. So let's say every day is going to have 100 split between male and female. Every day 100 split between male and female. So we're going to end up having 700 in the square. 700 in the square. Split exactly in half, male and female. Tuesday, Kwabena, Abena. Warrior, fierce, compassionate. Male and female, 50-50. Wednesday, Wukwada. Kweku, Ekuya. Controlling, advocates, lawyers. Kweku is a funny one. Ekuya, they're funny ones. They're born on a day which in Ghanaian folklore, get this, we say that the devil, his name is Kweku Bonsam, meaning we actually give a specific identification to the devil. We actually say the devil is a Wednesday born. Kweku Bonsam. And at the same time, our folklore hero, his name also is Kweku Anansi. Kweku Anansi. So he's a hero and he's a villain. They're showing you a direct connection between a yin and yang within the Wednesday soul. And they're showing you what they're really good at. They're controlling advocates. Do you think it's a coincidence that Ghana is under such restrictions and everything? And the world is under such restrictions anyway. But Ghana is also experiencing because someone had to take charge of, restriction. Do you think it's a coincidence that the Ghanaian president can either be Kweku Bonsam or Kweku Anansi? Because that's his, So 50-50. Thursday, Yawada, problematic day. Yaw and Ya, confrontational and aggressive, like Ya Asantewaa. Are we going to see a reawakening of Ya Asantewaa, where the female power, real female power, not the lesbian movement, but real female homogeneous power rise up again to defeat the enemies of the world, our nation? Ya Asantewaa is in every every Thursday born, who's a female. You just have to rise up to the nonsense. Read up why Ya Asantewaa rose up. They invaded a nation. They were raping her children. They were raping her grandchildren, arresting her grandchildren, imprisoning them, taking some into slavery. The men, they had lost their balls. They didn't know what to do. Ya Asantewaa said, no, my name is not Asantewaa Ya. My name is Ya Asantewaa. Ya leads. Ya is confrontational, so I will confront it. Ya is aggressive, so I'll be aggressive about it. In the end, she brought victory to Ghana. For a while, our kids, they were safe from enslavers for a very long while. All thanks to Ya Asantewaa. Are we yet to see a rise of that? Again, Friday, Kofi Enefia. Kofi Enefia. Creative, innovative, and adventurous. You see, President Trump, he's President Donald Kofi Trump. Very creative, very adventurous, and very innovative. Don't you think? Or were my ancestors predicting? I'll show you something that tells you that my ancestors predicted the coming of President Trump and his sweep. I'll show you, but let's carry on for now. Saturday, the Sabbath day. Kwame and Amma, ancient wise one. They are the only ones who have a simple sentence. Ancient wise one. Why? Because on the final day of creation, the Bible even tells you that all wisdom was tied into the seventh day and God rested. So it meant all wisdom was also left in the soul of creation, because each day God created a soul for that day. And everything that was created in that day was given to that soul to control and to understand. But the seventh day was special. They were like the library, the bookkeepers. They were to know everyone's, so we never lose the knowledge. So the soul of the Saturday is filled with ancient wisdom. And that's the soul. So if you connect to the soul, whatever your ancestors did in ancient times, if your ancestor opened his eyes and visioned it, you will see it. If your ancestor thought of it, therefore it went through his mind or her mind, and it went through the bloodstream, and you came through that bloodstream, it is in you to be activated. And that goes for all of us. So, do you see, in the end, there are only 7 of us split into 2 by sexual categorization. So 100 from each day, we're going to get 700 of us. And this is how we're going to arrange. We're going to do different arrangements until we get the perfect arrangement. But we're going to pick a song. For example, let's pick If Tomorrow Never Comes. Would you know how much I loved her? Then I tried in every way to show her best I could that she's my only one. And if my time on earth disappear, you see what I mean? So let's say, well, we could just, if I could turn back the hands of time, then my darling, you will be mine. Okay, so get this. I think you get the idea. Yeah? Hold on. So, I think you get the idea. So we pick a song. There are 700 of us, split into 2 categories, male and female. So, for example, in a room filled with 700 people in a choir, and we have separated them into categories. Monday, female, Sunday, female, all the way to Saturday. Sunday, male, all the way to Saturday, male. But now, the arrangement. I'll get each group to say, this is the song, this is the beat, this is the arrangement, these are the timings. Go and perfect it. Lead singers, you know the timing. Go and perfect it and get it done. So we have 7 different recordings from 700 people. Once they have both perfected it, now we're going to, so these were the individual daily choirs. So we're going to now mark them on that, and we can have a winner. Listen, we could have a winner. Sunday could win because on the individual side, they took the song and they mastered it. Do you see what I mean? They took the song and they mastered it. Okay, now we get them to the bit where I'm directing. So now we have to get all 700 together. It has to be in a concave kind of arrangement. Yeah, concave. But not going from down, going up, like a stadium type. Going down, from down, going up, up, going down. And this is how they're going to be arranged. We have 14 names we're going to call up. And each time we call your name, you go and you sit next to the person next to you. So if I call your name, you go and sit down. If I call your name, you go and sit next to that person. So now, there's 14 of you. I'm going to start. Akosua. Ajua. All the way 7 females. And I'm going to start. Kwesi. All the way to Kwame. And repeat the same system over and 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 over until all 700 are seated. Now, to test how the system works, I'm going to, for example, say Sunday, and only Kwesi, you listening? Only Kwesi and Akosua should stand up. And from where they stood, and from where they sat, or actually, stood, because they're the only one stood up. We're going to test the system for the first time. The first time, the rest are going to hear what they've come up with. Okay, so go. The speakers are dropped so we can equalize and capture everything perfectly. So everyone has their speaker and we're actually recording. But get this. They're up. They got their headsets in. Strike, go. Individual. They sing their song. The recorder picks the tone and the positioning. Afterwards, we do it for Monday. We do it for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Do you see what I mean? Cool. Now, remember it was the same beat. Remember that. It was the same beat. Now, after everyone's done, we can do combinations. So, we can do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But at verse intervals. So, for example, they're going to go on the same beat, but let's say 10-second intervals, depending on the beat we've chosen and depending on the appropriation of it. So this one's gonna go. 10 seconds later, this one's gonna start. 10 seconds later, the other one's gonna follow. So we should have 1 at the beginning, 2 in the middle, and then 3. And then towards the end, we should have 2 going back to 1. Do you see what I mean? We started off with 1, 2, 3, and now we're going back to 2, 1. So, do you see what I mean? We're climbing up and then descending down. Okay, good. And then we do this. Once we finish, everyone's got their chance to do what they need to do. Now, all of them together. They're going to just sing at 10-second intervals from the same beat, obviously starting over and over and over within 10 seconds. But they're going to sing as they practiced it. And we will judge and eliminate those who did not. So eventually we will come up with two who, so let's say Monday and who? Monday and Sunday. Yeah, let's say Monday and Sunday. So Mondays and Sundays, their versions really suited each other. So group win. Listen, I'm telling you, yeah. Music is healing, innit? Music is healing. And I believe there's so many ways we can, combine ourselves. I'll tell you another thing. I came up with these things called chaos dolls. Chaos dolls. Why chaos dolls? It's K-A-Y-O-S. The word chaos for, pandemonium is spelled C-H-A-O-S. Why? When C-H-A anywhere else is cha. Cha. If your name is spelled, listen, C-H-A-L-I-E, your name is Charlie. Charlie. If your name is spelled K-A-Y-L-E-I-G-H, your name is Kaylee. You see what I mean? So when the cha become K, and you see what I mean? So I'm going to show you the true definition of the word chaos. It's K-A-Y-O-S. Why? You see the names I mentioned earlier to you? The soul's characteristics, the soul names. Get this. Sunday. Kwesi Akosua K-A. Monday. Kojo Adowa K-A. Tuesday. Kwabena Abena K-A. Wednesday, Kweku Ekuya K-A. Thursday, Yao and Ya. So far K-A, K-A, and then we got Y-Y. So we've got abbreviation K-A-Y, K. And let's carry on. Where are we? Kweku. Okay, Yao and Ya. Then we're back to K-A. Kofi Ifia, and then Kwame and Ama. So there are 6 K's, 6 A's, 1 Y for the boy and 1 Y for the girls. When you add all that up numerically, which there's a table for doing all that, because I'm actually delving slightly into a system. You understand what I'm saying? But you will get the word K. And that represents the soul of humanity. The soul of humanity. We all fall under K. It's either your initial for your soul is K, A, or Y. And that will make you fall under one of the 7 days. So we are all under K. How do we get the odds? When you add the numerics of K-A-Y, you will come to the number 60. Cancel 0, you come to 6. 6 represents M and O. So then you pick O because you're looking for KO. Because you're looking for the word chaos. And since you found 6 and 6 represents M and O, you pick O. So now you've got the word KO. How do you get S? When you add, when you add 7 days, you will come up with the number 7. The number 7 is represented by PQRS. So S is there. So you pick S. Now you got K-Oz. K-Oz. Which now represents that anyone on the face of this planet can cause chaos. Anyone on the face of this planet can cause chaos because we all come from the family of K. Do you see what I mean? So now watch this. I came up with the idea of the chaos dolls. The chaos dolls. Meaning, get this. On this face of this world, we can have 14 dolls that represents all of us. Again, divided into the quarters I divided you in. Monday, Tuesday, with Sunday, you get me? Those quarters. If we do enough facial mapping of Monday females, Monday males, eventually the Mondays would accept that, okay, you know what? The facial mapping, we use that technology to come up with a face that represents Monday males and Monday females. Because it took into consideration, it kept overlaying every Monday male on top of the first one. And then eventually, through that overlays of the thousands and millions of Mondays, it's come up with this face. The same for the female, the same for all the days. Now get this. We know that doll, when you're holding it, it represents that you are a Monday, you are a Tuesday, you are either female or male. But get this. Where do the characteristics come in? Now, if you're Chinese, on this website, so is let's say your name is Amma, so we know that's the Amma doll. But the Amma doll now has Chinese features. So there are characteristics that makes us know that's an Amma doll. But this Amma doll is Chinese, because you're Chinese. Do you see what I mean? Like that. If you're black, it's the Amma doll. So it's not like Ken and Barbie, where Ken and Barbie are white. Ken and Barbie are white. So a black kid can't have a black Ken and Barbie. Everyone will laugh at him or her. It's fake. But Kwesi Akosua Kojo Adowa Kwabena Abena Kweku Ekuya Yao Ya Kofi Efia Kwame Ama, they are your souls. They are sexless. They are colorless. And we are all one. If you're Monday born, we're all one, male and female, we're one. You see, they don't care about these things. So, the Amma doll, but this time, she's black. But the Chinese person can look and say, that is still Amma. So that black doll is just like my doll. But only mine is a Chinese Amma, and her one is the black Amma or the African Amma. So hello Amma, how you doing? I'm alright Amma, everything's good. Hello Kojo, how you doing? I'm good. Oh Kojo, you need some help? Are they bullying you? Yeah, they were trying to say I'm alone. Nah, Kojo ain't alone, bro. Kojo ain't alone. Look at my door, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen. We can choreograph life. Like the Bible gives you a clue, and it tells you. It says we don't live by flesh alone. That we also live by the Spirit. You see, when we live by the flesh alone, we are so divided, isn't it? We're divided by race. We're divided by height. We're divided by girth. We're divided by size. We're divided by teeth whitener. We're divided by long hair. We're divided by good nails. We're divided by good breath. We're divided by color of eyes. We're divided by dick size. We're divided by pum pum size. We're divided by fuckability. We're divided by many fronts. We're divided by everything. But when we live by the Spirit, we're only divided by 7 things. If you're Sunday, by 6 things. If you're Sunday is yours. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are not. You're divided by those. That's it. If you're Monday the same, Tuesday the same, Thursday the same. You're strongest on the day your soul was handed to you. On the day you popped up. You see what I mean? So this is not hulu bala bulu bala bala. This is soul searching. We have to start living by the soul and recognizing the soul. Like I told you, the chaos dose. We will have to change the spelling of the word chaos, and I will prove it, because you see the word chaos, yeah, it is actually cha-oz, because Charlie, so it's cha-oz, the Oz, yeah, the Oz, O-S. That is actually the bit that designates, yeah, what was happening. Problems. But the cha, yeah, its actual definition was to denote who was causing the problems. Because the word cha denotes, listen, cha denotes ash, dark, sooth, black. And what you have to remember, yeah, there is nothing. Listen, the Bible is said to be 2,000 years old, and it doesn't mention the pyramids. But the pyramid is said to be over 14,000 years old. Understand that. On the pyramid, there are chariots. Riots, the black riots. Riots, the black riots, the black revolution. But it was a revolution because, get this, upon all the wars that they had, acted against other people, they had never met people that were sat in such machines. You understand what I'm saying? The Roman buildings you see, they're not even 5,000 years old. They're not as old. But you see chariots that the blacks were using to cause riots. Therefore, they were called the riots, because it didn't matter, because the Roman formation was to keep tight. That was the Roman formation, to keep tight, compact. But when you came across charred riots, it was stupid, because the horses just rammed into you. And half the time, get this, it has been said in some times what they did, they brought loads of pigs to wars, and they will set the pigs on fire and face the pigs your direction. And this was a problem when they met the Arabs. Why? Do you know why? Because the Arabs had a lot of rags in terms of the type of clothing they wear. So even when you were running away from a pig, the chances were a piece of your rag, and the pigs going everywhere. So it became a problem. The charred riots. The word chaos is actually meant to reflect who can cause chaos. And the people who can cause chaos are me and you. There are 7 of us divided into 14. No one is not beyond anyone to cause chaos on this earth. If you know who you are, once you understand who you are, your soul will give you your destiny. And if your destiny, listen carefully, your soul always gives you a destiny. Your destiny is always to add. Your destiny never detracts from life. It always adds to life. Because if everyone recognized their destiny, then it would be a perfect world. The only reason why it's unperfect and imperfect is because more than 90%, so less than 0.0% have recognized their destinies. And that's what's holding everything up. That's the problem. Do you see what I mean? So once you connect to your soul and understand your soul, and this can't be taught to you by anyone. This is taught to you by the paths you take, the experience you have. how the experience shapes you, but mostly how you come out of that experience still being good. Whatever the experience is, you have to be good and remain good. Then your soul will eventually reward you, not with anything, but with yourself. And once you have yourself, now you could find that yourself was to revolutionize music. So you do. And you save a lot of lives because they love your music. Someone will say, oh, Beethoven, this, that. Do you see what I mean? Good. Now you could find that your soul told you, gave you a destiny that says, do you remember this? You're like, no. Then your soul, okay, remember this then. Yeah, oh crap. So listen, you've come to correct that. That's it. Correct that and you're okay. You're not getting another chance. But that's your destiny. Your destiny is to correct the one you messed up before. Because you were so close. But something happened and you messed up. But you realized, and just before you died, you sought forgiveness and you sought a second chance and you pleaded. So this is it. This is it. Your second chance. This time, don't get swayed. Don't get, just go for it. So here's everything you did before. Here's everything that you know how to do. And this is the damage that's ongoing from your first mess up. So get this. It is your duty to go and free your other 6 brothers and sisters, including your own, because you messed up. You. Kojo, you. So go back, fix what you messed up, because you asked, go back and be given a chance to fix it. So go back, fix it. Do you think you can? I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is true. This is what I saw. And when I woke up, I drew it. I was in despair. But this is the real life. I was in despair and I prayed to God. I got on my knees. I don't usually pray like that. But on this day, I got on my knees and I said, nah, man. Every day you're telling us you're here, you're this, you're that, rah. Man, I don't know, man. But I'm praying to you, innit? And I always do, and I believe in you. But where I'm at, how I find myself, it can't be glorious to you. Nah, this can't be glorious to you. It's either you got a plan or you don't. But if you don't, then this is not glorious if I go around calling myself a Christian. So get this, I said to God that I'm going to keep calling myself a believer in God. But I'm going to keep proclaiming that a believer in God should be successful in every way. So if I'm not, then it means God. Someone's gonna look at me and go, it's not worth it. But if you make me a mantle to display the worthiness of believing in you, then I will make sure that, wow, this time now, I'm sat, legs crossed. In front of me are 2 angels, but they stood. And they stood next to what looks like a pulpit, you know, a preacher's pulpit. And it's gold, everything's gold. Yeah, Everything's gold. And when we start talking, that same pulpit kind of morphs, and it goes into so they have to sit and cross their legs. So we're talking now. So they cross their legs, but the pulpit morphs and goes into what looks like a golden stool. And that's when I realized what the golden stool was really for. And that's when they told me the name of the golden stool, the real name of it. So watch this. When the film morphed and they sat before it, they then opened it. You see the bit you sit on, or you think you sit on? They opened it. And then they took out golden leaves that were hard because they were gold. So they were thin leaves of gold, but flat. And then they closed it and then and I asked them, what is that? What is that? And they said, akora akunya. Akora akunya. Akora, people think it means child. But listen to this. Ako means a gun. Ra, as the Egyptians say, means soul. What do Akans call soul? They say Okun Ra. Okun means you're fighting, you're warring. Ra, soul. So Akora Akunya means the gun soul's chair. The gun soul's chair. But it means the gun child, because if the child is born and the child lives, the child is abofra. Abo means it has been cracked. Fra, to mix, is alive. It's mixing with you. Abofra. But if the child is born and the child is dead, then is the gone child soul Akora. You see what I mean? And that chair, that golden stool, is Akora Akunya. Is a spiritual chair from the soul world that has manifested itself in the physical realm, but it belongs to a soul. A gone soul, Akora Akunja. And they explained that it's your table, because your book, everything is in there, your golden leaflets, everything is in there, your pens, everything. So wherever you went, because life is as you go. So as you went, wherever you went, you recorded your knowledge. Akora Akonya was also perfect for using as a neck support when you're sleeping. That's why the Akans, although they no longer know why it's forbidden. That's why you're not allowed to sit on it. That's why not even the king is allowed to sit on it. No matter who the king is, if he wants to sit on it, then it means he's asking for death, because it's the gone souls. That's why they say it holds the souls of the Akans, of the ancestors, because it is Akora Akunya, the gone souls chair. Now listen to this. The word chair, we say Akonya. Ako means a gun, again, a gun. Nya means receive, get, go. So when one went, what did one get? Akonya. What did you get when you go? If you get to someone's house and the person does not give you Akonya, it means the person having given you Akonya, and Akonya is permission to talk. But they first have to give you akonya, meaning when you came, you got something. But when you get akonya, it means you have received a welcoming, so you're welcome. And now you have akwenya. You have the right to speak. Do you see what I mean? It is a really technical language. Like I said, the soul. Listen, Egyptians, people do not understand why. Oh, people think, oh, they wear dogs on their heads. And you see on the walls, he's wearing a dog's head, he's wearing a this, he's wearing a that. Well, what do Akans call dogs? Is Okuramai, 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 Okuramai. So what does Oku means? It, he or she who fights. It, he or she who wars. Ra, soul. Mine, the word mine means nation. So it, he or she who wars and fights in the soul realm for the nation. So a dog is the protector of the nation. One bark and the whole community wakes up. So if you're going to say you're the protector of the nation, then you have to be the dog of the nation. So the Egyptians displayed that by wearing dog. If you're the king, to show that you have taken on the job of a dog, which is the protector of the nation. But get this, is it a wonder that the word dog reversed backwards is God? Jesus Christ says that, the song says to walk in your footsteps. Well, if you have a dog by your side, you walk in the dog's footsteps. If you reverse the word dog, you get the word God, and you walk in God's footsteps. Okunra mine, the nation's protector, the nation's fighter. But they physically represented it by wearing it for the king. Like someone, like the king of Ghana will wear jata, which is a lion. And that's what signified day one. Do you see what I mean? The Egyptians, they loved cats, and they adorned cats with jewels to make the cat feel good. Why? They were welcoming the spirits of the cats into their lives. So what do Akans call cats? Okura. It's very simple. He, she, it. So he or she or it, which is a fighting soul, a warring soul. Okura. Fighting soul, warring soul. It is simply a soul being manifested physically. And we all know, they say the cat can see through walls, because they're not physical animals, they're soul animals. They are Okunra, soul. Egyptians have 22 phonetic alphabetic characters that make up their system of alphabets and speech. They taught that to the Greeks, 22 phonetic alphabetic system, which created the alpha table. It's a combination of numbers and alphas, so bets and alphas, creating the alphabet system. They taught this to the Freemasons, creating the 22 phonetic alphabetic system that the Freemasons have. But the Freemasons taught their people 26 alpha characters with no numbers, and yet still called it alphabet characters. But there are no bets in their alphas. The Akans, they also have a system. It's 22 phonetic alphabetic characters, just like the Egyptians, Greeks, Freemasons, and the Bible. The Akans, the formation of the 12 tribes, the story goes like this, that God told someone to form a 3x4 template and give it to Aaron. And this 3x4 template, which adds up to 12, 3 times 4, 12, will form the basis of the children of Israel. It's called the ephod system, the breastplate. But it was inspired. God spoke to a blacksmith and the blacksmith followed orders. Well, I can say that one day they were decimated. Their nations were in trouble because they hadn't listened to Nane Nyame. They were being disobedient. So problems were coming onto them. And then one day, an Otumfu is a blacksmith. Otumfu, a blacksmith. He prayed to Nane Nyame and said to Nane Nyame, me paucho boame. Nane Nyame, please help me. Yeah, I will lay down my life for my people if you forgive them their sins and help us come out. And then they will see that you are truly good. So Nane Nyame told this Otumfu. Remember, we're not talking Bible here, we're talking our story. Yeah, but I've told you what the Bible says. So watch. He said, okay, go to your workshop and take metal and smite, just like the blacksmith in the Bible, smite the metal into these shapes, but each shape should represent an animal. So already the Aaron story represents gems and precious metals, money. But on this particular side, each 12, there were 12 shapes he was to represent. They were to be representatives of animals. So life. And each animal was going to be the sole protector of each of the 12 nations of the Akans. So for example, when you go to Kumasi, they have the Kotoko flag. And you see the animal that's on it is a porcupine. Yeah, it is the porcupine which protects them. Of all the big animals in the world, of all the massive animals, they got elephants and everything. The porcupine was picked for them for a reason. Some are other animals, but all 12 got a figurine of an animal that they should hold sacred and they should not touch. And that is even good for animal conservation. But life protecting life is the same thing the Egyptians was doing. But we're not Egyptians. Same system, but two different mentalities. One was about glorification of individual self, Egyptians. One was about connectivity with Mother Nature and Earth, Akans. That's why, thank God, Kumasi still remains mainly the way it is, because we respect nature. We believe nature is part asasi. Yeah, listen, the Bible describes that on the 5th day, Earth was actually created on the 5th day. Well, the 5th day, according to the Hebrew calendar, is Thursday. Well, Akans, they say that Earth, she has a name, and her name is Asasi, which means earth, ground. So ground, yeah, Asasi, yeah. So ground, yeah. Yeah means she was born on Thursday. She's confrontational and aggressive. Volcanoes, tornadoes, whatever, whatnot. She's confrontational and aggressive, just like Yasantua. And she was born on the day of Yasantua, and she was born on the 5th day, just like the Bible says. She's got the soul of a Thursday. So we don't class Earth as Earth. We class Earth as a Thursday born. Therefore, we class Earth as one of the 7. Therefore, we have to treat her good. Treat that neighbor as you would like to be treated. You see what I mean? Going to do this choir. We need to get some really good young people together. Listen, we can have rappers. Listen, we can have rappers, we can have this, we can have this, we can have that. But listen, there are only 7 teams. Listen, we go to the Olympics. I was saying soon the Olympics, they're going to be what? 17 split into 14, because it will no longer be England v this, be that, be that. It will just be the 7 days against each other. So now we have a team. In this team, we have Chinese, Japanese, Korean, English, Ghanaian, Nigerian, Colombian, this, that. Because why? They're all Sunday borns. They have to find the best swimmers. They have to find the best runners. They have to find this. They have to find that. You have to find. Now you're racing for your day. You're racing for your day. You're racing for your soul. You're racing. Every prize you win goes to your day. Do you see what I mean? Get this. Imagine the day, that your kind will never be hungry. Because you don't understand what your kind is. First, your kind is your kind. So me, imagine the day that no Kojo and no Adowa will ever be hungry, because our kind have secured a bank account, meaning that, listen, the minute you drop on Monday, you are lucky. No cesareans. I'm only joking. But can you imagine someone checking the daily accounts saying, "Ooh, Monday is good. Look, they're like 20 billion ahead of the rest." Meaning if you drop into Monday, your share's bigger. Nah, man, this kid is coming on Monday, mate. That's what I mean by that. You get me? That's what I mean by that. You get me? If cesarean if it's an emergency, yeah. Otherwise, allow nature to take course. You see what I mean? Like that. That's how the Olympics like. Imagine Usain Bolt, going. And in your family, everyone's like most people are this day or that day or this day. You're the only one on this day. And Usain, technically, although he's racing for your soul, he's also Jamaican. But get this, you're a soul person, innit? So there's a Ghanaian on the field who's really good, but you're not feeling fleshy, innit? So you're like, Usain, the whole family who are Ghanaian are looking at you like, Usain. You're not making too much noise because this is a soul thing. And then Usain just go, chop, and you just sit down along with them because you're celebrating inside. You see what I mean? Because you lost by country, but you won by soul. And why is that a good thing? Because maybe you felt that your country, they weren't trying hard enough. And plus, when you weighed it, they discriminated against your soul kind. They took only Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. They didn't pick any Sundays at all. They made it a political issue. So all Sundays just boycotted the whole team and supported other teams and other days. Done. You get me? Listen, chaos is mad. Chaos is mad. Listen, I'm telling you, I used to have a girlfriend here, and this is how I met the girl. And this is funny. I'm gonna tell you, this is a funny thing. You see me, I like to dance. I love music. Yeah, and I love to dance. I'll be playing music right now, but the recording will be you get me? So get this. So I go to a club called Lush and Piss. Yeah, but do you know why I go to this club? It's called Lush and Bliss. Yeah, lush means something pretty, something, and blissful. So lush and bliss. But it was the dirtiest, grimiest club ever in Portsmouth. I'm telling you, this club was grimy. Drinks were cheap. Listen, some people avoided going to this particular club because they wouldn't want anyone to think that they even went to dance with some of the girls that go into this club. But those people were stupid, because you shouldn't be going to a club for girls. You should be going for the music. And this club used to pump out some of the best music. And when I go in there, listen, I'll be sweating because you see me, I don't care, man. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't care. I didn't drink, I didn't do anything. Listen, I was just full of energy. I'll dance and dance and dance and dance and dance. But sometimes when I turn my head there, I'll see a girl and she'll be stood across the room, looking at my feet. Because I got this little dance that I do, yeah? I'm doing it now, yeah? It's called a slide shuffle, But I do it to every song. I find a way to let it blend. And it's like, this girl was mesmerized by it. But get this. Every time I'll turn and look at her, she won't even realize that the pointy bit of my shoes have turned her, staring at her. She'll keep looking. But then I'll stare straight into her eyes, as though I've met her before. Her eyes were deep, piercing blue, beautiful. In the end, get this, in the end, we ended up together. And I knew I recognized the girl from somewhere. I knew I met her before. Yeah, through attitude, through her eyes, everything. So I called her Mona. And she never understood why I called her Mona, because I never said Mona Lisa. Oh, sorry, I did say Mona Lisa, but in the beginning it started off with Mona. And it all started like this. She's so beautiful, and every time she would just be angry at me after a while. She'd just be angry at me, and those eyes, yeah, when she gets angry, her eyes tear up. They'll become, imagine those beautiful blue eyes will become red and tearful, but beautiful. And how did we end up that way? I realized she's a moaner. She moans a lot. And because I love the eyes, the only name I could think of was the Mona Lisa. So I combined two of the things I saw in her that were beautiful, her moaning aspect and her eyes, and called her my Mona Lisa. So every time, the minute she opens her mouth, I go Mona, 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 Mona. That will piss her off. She'll start crying because I'm not listening, and that was beautiful. Do you see what I mean? It was mad. It was mad. And I knew what I was doing. Listen, I could be bored. Yeah, I could be bored out of my head and feel, yeah, that her annoyance will just revive me. Why? When she moans, she just moans. And she moans to the point where she gets so frustrated, she lets go of things. And then when that happens, yeah, I'll go over and I'll hug her, and then we both start laughing. Because she won't even realize what she's moaning at in the end. And she's like, why'd you do this to me? You get me? And I'm like, ah. So push buttons. I don't even know why I'm here. But get this, choir master, innit? Choir master. Let's make this happen. 1. Yeah, let's make it happen.